Thanks always. Now let's get back to that $787 billion stimulus Anthony mentioned. Earlier this year, the president claimed it would create or save 3 million jobs. There's some questions about how many it may have created so far. Chip Reid is at the White House tonight. And Chip, I know the administration is putting out a jobs report card tomorrow. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Katie, that report is going to claim that the stimulus has already created or saved hundreds of thousands of jobs. But if the administration's first effort at counting stimulus jobs is any guide, tomorrow's numbers could be hard to believe.
At a small college in Georgia, $100,000 in stimulus funds paid for trucks for students to practice for commercial driver's licenses. Another $100,000 went for a modular classroom. The school reported to the government that 280 jobs were created. In reality, not even close. That's the number of students who benefited. It has nothing to do with jobs. In Cocoa, Florida, a child care center reported 129 jobs created by a stimulus grant. In fact, no jobs were created. The money was really used to increase the compensation and benefits of 129 existing employees. Overall, it turns out the administration's initial stimulus jobs report contained hundreds of errors, as first reported by the Associated Press. Critics say if the kinds of errors found in that earlier report are repeated in Friday's much more extensive job creation survey, it won't be worth the paper it's printed on.
We have, I think, a rough estimate at best, and at worst, these numbers are next to useless.
The White House says the errors have already been corrected, that tomorrow's jobs report has been double and triple checked for weeks, and that it will give an accurate, detailed look at the early success of the stimulus. Republicans in Congress, though, predict the report will be a world-class example of government obfuscation.
There is no factual way of determining how many jobs were saved or created.
Those Republican critics also say they don't understand how some stimulus projects will create any jobs. For example, $500,000 to study social networks like Facebook and $219,000 to study the sex lives of female college freshmen. Katie?
Chip Reid reporting from the White House tonight. Thanks, Chip. Turning overseas now, some very tough words today from America's top diplomat. While visiting the city of Lahore, Secretary of State